Okay, long time no seeing. It's been already warm enough for my some of my orchids to go outside, and only for the day. So I have to take them back in for the evening when the temperature goes down. Things are growing. I think, yeah, this is the Village Chief Armani Red Dragon. I'm hoping it might be actually starting to bloom this year. Yeah, it's been growing so well, but not blooming. I'm trying to give it more sun, maybe that's it. This bloomed this year, and that's the, hold on. Yeah, Sakaric wax. And I do believe I might need to water it. Yeah, dry. And this one I actually brought in. It's one of those which I bought from the Orchids and More. And as you can see, there's buds. So this one, Copper Queen Ruby Lip. So I'm not generally that good with orchids, or at least I didn't. I did not used to be good with orchids. So this is a surprise for me because I bought this last spring and it's actually starting to bloom for me. And this is not the only one which is budding. I'm going to show you more later. This was a pleasant surprise. I'm probably going to show you the blooms in shorts video. I usually like to do those because those are something which I managed to do while working. I'm too busy to actually try to edit videos. So when I have vacation, I'm able to actually do some longer videos. Okay, let's look at this one. So this one actually got, so this is my, hold on, I'll show you first. So this is the Purpurata Graciata cross with Rhoda Concolor. And this one has been growing like crazy. So there is no growth behind there. So hold on. Yeah, there is no growth. And for some odd reason, I think this is already growing into a leaf. So as you can see, it's way shorter than it used to be. And I do believe that I did miss the repotting with this one. I kept it too long with its previous media and it got stale, and it sort of panicked. It's been doing, the past year, it's been growing like 5-6 new growths. These were quite big without any sheaths. So this is from the last year, this sheath and this spike. And I have only one sheath there, which might be doing blooms this year, not sure. But I'm going to wait this to actually get back into its rhythm and maybe grow bigger pseudobulbs in future. So this is how it looks like with this one. And my golf green hair pig, it should be hair, not hairy. This is a mistake in the print. I reported it. I'm hoping it's going to grow well. It actually split in two, so it had two leads, and the back bulb, which was connecting them, got shriveled up, and I took it away. So now I have two of them, and I'm hoping it's going to do good this year. Maybe get better root system. I'm just waiting for it to do something. I'm keeping them in one pot. Might split it later on. Anyway, it's I actually dropped it. So it's been through a ringer. I've been so bad with that one, and I'm not sure if it's ever going to actually bounce back from years of bad care. And there is this one. Hold on. So that is spectabile, and it's waiting for the spring, I would say. Doing nothing basically, just sitting there. I rarely water it, only when it's needed, because it's not growing or doing anything. This one I just repotted into the bigger pot, and it's Robellini Blue Indigo cross with Maxima Cerulean. And so this is, yeah, a CJ Roebling, that's the name for it. And it stopped growing those root tips. I think because I took it out while it was growing them, it actually stunned them for some odd reason. Maybe it was too dry, it was stressful. Anyway, it does have roots, so it shouldn't be an issue. There is new growth growing. This little thing here, mind the mess behind the window. I'm still trying to clean up my balcony for us to be able to go there. So this is the Carnea Jereja, I think it was pronounced, and it's growing two new leads, doing its thing. Here my Benan Little Maggie cross with La Cientera is growing new growth. I'm actually giving it water twice a week because this, I think I read somewhere that these actually really need water when they are growing. I repotted my Purpurata Russelliana and Rosa Concolor and took off some bulbs, so it's smaller now. This is my Cutata. I just watered it, and as you can see, even though it's burned, the leaves, but they are green. So basically I've given enough Calamac to this one. So there is new growth, it's almost finished, and there is two new leads activated, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, and here we come to this one. I was actually late with this repotting again, and it lost half of its roots. So this is the Chantilly lace. I really need to keep up with this. This is one of those which are really into, as you can see, Calmac is needed. So this time I'm hoping I'm giving enough for that. And there, that little thing, it's my Schrödere, and I give it little trickles of water because it's not growing, but enough to keep it going so that it won't dry up completely. This one bloomed, as usual, once a year. This is the Phalaenopsis little one, so that's a cross. And then there I have my Morning Glory, Carnea, and it's growing, but it hasn't bloomed. That's from last year. I bought it from the Equagenera, same as this one. So this is the bigger, taller Maxima. And yeah, it spins all over the place. It didn't like to come into Northern Hemisphere, so it grew these two during winter time, which shows if you can see how big it is and how small these are. So the new growths are actually starting. So there are some eyes which are activated down there, I think at this side at least. Yeah, behind there, that one. So hopefully this one will grow bigger than these two little thingies, and it gets to the right schedule with itself. And this one, I have actually good news. So this is the Philippinense course with Wilhelmine. I did the repotting. It's not actually floppy. This is just because of my health, mental health. So it's a crutch for me, but as you can see, it's not supporting anything. So this is staying put. So this is one of those that I'm actually watering twice per day. And as you can see, there is something growing up from there. It's nothing special because it does grow new leaves from there before when it was not growing new fans. So I'm just hoping it's not going to grow bigger, because that means that it's not yet recovered. But then I'll show you here. Look, new fan. So I think I got it right this time. Okay, doing nothing much. That's purpurata again, flammea, growing 2 new growths. Third one starting from there. There is a new eye activated. This one, again, Pagavia. This is as well from Equahenera, and growing new growths there. The other side is 2 plants inside there. And this is Tenebrosa, same thing, growing new growths there. And that little thing, I do believe that it's growing. This is the newest growth, and there's actually new growth growing from there. I'm waiting for new roots so I can actually report this, because this is way over time. As you can see, it burned itself last year. Or did I burn it this spring? I'm not sure. It looks really fresh. Not sure. Anyway, that's it for these. Let's look at the other ones. So my big fells are there. I need to arrange them some better lighting situation next year, but this is, we just moved in here and I need to buy new shelves and everything. So this is the situation. This one is already growing. So this is one of them from Orchids and More. And I do have to say that I'm really surprised that I'm actually growing them that well. So this is the Gulf Shore Beauty Green Gem. And I'm not usually this good with, even with the easier orchids. It might actually grow new bloom. As you can see, there is one and there is the second one. So hopefully those are going to be bloom. This one here. So there is 2 new buds. And I actually did soft repot. So I just lift it up, put it in there. So this is the final blue, royal purple. And as you can see, we are waiting for the blooms, which is nice. Here I actually have, this is the Bellina and that's the LDS Bear King. And this is Phalaenopsis Philadelphia. There used to be 2 falls here. Those 2, I'm inserting picture here. As you can see, or video, as you can see, they are not doing that well. So I had to let them go. I don't want to keep anything looking like that in my collection, especially because they are not something really special. They are, well, easy to get orchids. Okay, this one here. Jewel Box Dark Waters. And it's just growing. So this year it's getting more sun. So we are going to hopefully see the blooms. Growth. That's my Cerulean Maxima. This has two directions of growth. So this is the intermedia. I think it's the Aquini or something else. This one was Orlata. So this has 2 direction of growth. It seems to be growing quite well. It's growing really well. I need to actually report it next time. So this is the complex hybrid. It's my pink one. And it seems to be constantly needing water, even though I'm watering it and it's moist. And there are roots inside there, maybe. I don't know, I have to check. Yeah, and then this one, it used to have second bloom there. I'm going to post it here so you can actually see. I need to actually repot this one after the bloom has faded. So that's De Perle. This one bloomed not long time ago. It's the Cerulean Ludemaniana Phalaenopsis. And this one is probably the gold dollar Phalaenopsis, and it had 2 blooms, as you can see. And that's, I just reported it. And then here we have Ancrecum leonis, and this is the Morning Glory Carnea. There was 2 plants in one pot, and that little thing, it has really huge issues with its roots. I just reported it because I needed to, and those roots, which you can see there next to the new small growth there, they just aborted. They stopped growing, and I'm not sure if it's like really finicky. So if you have the Siam, this Star of Siam pumpkin, please let me know if you have issues with that. It was growing another direction here, but it went black after the, well, not black, but it's just like stalled and it's not doing anything anymore because of the report. But I really needed to report. I might be buying a new one just in case, if, for example, it's really just the plant that I don't have that vigorous plant, so I might want to replace it. And this one, it's a tricolor variety Suavis, and it's growing. And as you can see, it's bulging from the bottom, so it's starting soon new roots. I might be actually reporting it into charcoal next. Let's see. So this is my sea breeze, and it does have new growth somewhere there. Yeah, down there. And I'm keeping it inside of this because I don't want to water it too much. And I was able to keep it moist here without destroying its roots. This one is really finicky. Maybe it's just mine. I don't know. Do you have issues with sea breeze? Bronze maiden there, growing, no issues. And that's, hold on, I'll find it. So this one is the Blanche Aisaka Yuki, and growing nicely. Hopefully blooming signs soon. No issues there. This little thing, it's double its pseudobulb size, which is good. So this is the Amethystoclossa. Planning how it can destroy its root. Kidding. But yeah, it's finicky one. My method with these ones is just try to forget them when they are not growing. And when it started growing, I started giving it food. And I'm keeping it higher up so that it's not shaded by other plants and it's actually getting good enough light. Spectabile macrophyllum. Yes, cross. This time it has only 2 new growths. One is there, and I think one was somewhere behind there. Don't know where. I'm hoping it's going to grow bigger. And this is again getting watered twice per week so that it's not going to be shriveled up, and especially now that it's growing. So this is my Aurantiaca Mishima spot. It still has a couple of fading plumes that I had already dropped, so it had 3 direction of growth. And I was able to actually, I have one room which stays around 12 degrees during the winter. So I kept it there until I saw something inside of its seeds. And then I brought it out into this room. And this is the last pot. And it's a crazy thing here is my, hold on, Persivaliana, which was growing all over, you can think of. And as I mentioned, it filled its pot quite well. So this was good call for this one. And it's already getting to go outside, since it's one of those which are okay with the cooler temperatures. I'm hoping next year we are going to see some blooms. And this little thing here is actually mermaid, and it has 2 buds, which is nice. Hold on, I'll show you. So it's the little mermaid. So this one, again, from Orchids and More in Europe. And I'm completely surprised that I'm actually growing these this well. And that was actually the reason why I was so upset about getting the orchids and how they looked, because I just assumed that I'm going to be really bad with them and they are not going to bounce back. But since I'm doing this well with them, I might be actually ordering once more from there. They weren't looking that good, but as they state in their page, I think that those are imported plants, freshly imported. Phalaenopsis, which is going to be blooming, my Gigantea Peach, and I think this was the red. Nothing special. This doesn't yet have good enough fruits. I'm hoping it's going to be bouncing back someday. This is like a cardboard, so it's doing great. So what we learned is grow them in media if you feel like it. It's not going to do well if you are trying to follow other examples and you have really dry indoor growing area. Let's see your babies. So this little baby, which is Lodi Jessie Pelorica, just got it promoted into a bigger pot. I just up-pot it, didn't do anything. This one is the, hold on, I actually need to repot them soon, even though I repotted them 1 year ago, because these are so wet. I'm keeping them quite moist, so the media is going to get bad, and as you can see, there's no roots. So this didn't do new roots, I think, for 1 year. So it's the YNS Green Leopard. And luckily, I think I was able to get it to do better. I'm probably going to be just lifting it up, shake a bit, see if something falls off, and then just put it in a new media into that pot. Yeah, and this little thing is our class Primus. As you can see, it wants to do big orchid things already, so there is seed. And this is Intermedia variety Aquini Cerulean. I do believe, yeah, there is 2 new big growths growing both sides. So it's doing great. This one is my Pecaviensis. Not growing as well as I assumed, but then again, it hasn't grown like upwards, it's growing forward, so maybe that's a good thing. At least the leaves are bigger and the pseudopulp is bigger. Okay, let's move this away. Check out this one. So this is my Tenebrosa Aureum. And it's actually growing new growth there, so you can see new eye has popped up. There's 2 directions of growth, so I'm waiting for this one to grow something as well. Yeah. Not sure if this is going to ever grow bigger, but as long as it's growing, it's okay. Oh, by the way, if I have this MR or M something, it means that I have tried to give it I think that's like supporting the growth of roots. And then we have my bicolor here. And it's doing quite well as well. So there's new growth that here, and I do believe there was second one growing somewhere there. Yeah, you can see. Doing okay, hoping it to grow at least bigger soon. It's just growing, and I'm hoping them to grow bigger. That way I know that they are actually going to become or full-grown plants. And yeah, these two, the Lodi Jessie and the Intermedia, well, they are easy to grow, so that's not a surprise. These two are species, so of course they are going to be more tricky, especially with this one, which I have been neglecting and carrying the wrong way for the past how many years. Gosh, I think I bought this like around during the pandemic, so no wonder it's doing so badly. And of course the light is quite close to them because this is aquarium light and they need highlight. My Millennium Magic Witchcraft is in this Tupperware. I'm waiting for it to grow new growths. Other parts of it just shriveled up. So let's see how I'm going to be able to actually recuperate it from that. So that's it for today. I'll try not to do too much editing, so I am actually going to post this video, so I do apologize if I'm searching for words or don't know what word to use when. So it's just, I'm really tired, busy work schedule. This spring has been really hectic, and luckily I got 2 holidays after this Easter, so I'm able to actually relax for somewhat. Well, anyway, I'm probably going to have an unboxing maybe next week. I'll try to post that as well, so if I'm not editing, I'm sorry about that too. I just want to share it. That's about it. Let's see some blooms and new orchids in future.